I've said it before. No one tells me to say this, and I'm going to say it anyway. We are the best in the world at this whole parity thing. And I know we all get emotive about it because we've got blue blood or red blood or Toyota blood in our veins or whatever. I've seen figures from other categories around the world. We are streets ahead of them. That's why Tim's saying the changes now are so tiny. So I had a bit of a debrief with Anton De Pasquale, Camaro driver, this morning, and he was telling me the problem was at New Zealand the cars were just a little bit pointy. So that means a little bit too much front. When they turn, it's a little bit too much direct, and then when you come off a corner and you try and get on the throttle, sometimes you get a bit of oversteer. That's hard on your rear tyres. He said, when I brake and turn into a corner, sometimes I lose a little bit of traction, but we're talking tiny little amounts. So to try and shift some downforce from the front of the car to the back of the car to push that car into the road harder, what they've done with the car is gone back to the front, and you might recall in New Zealand, we moved this little front splitter backward a little bit to take away a little bit of the front. Well, they're going to put that back because that's really probably not the nicest way to do it. And instead, at the front of the car, what they're going to do is play with what we call the cheeks. So there's a scallop, hard to see here, there's a scallop out in this area of the car that helps make a little bit of downforce, the way the wind works there. So they've filled that in. They've literally all got a little filler in there. You can't really notice it, but there's not so much of a scallop out of there. But probably more importantly, when we go to the back of the car, the rear wing from New Zealand was allowed to go up 8.3, or sorry, down to 8.3 because we'd moved it rearward 50 millimetres and upward 30 millimetres to make more downforce at the rear of the car. Now they're going to be allowed to go from 8.3 up to 8.7. So it's only a tiny little bit, but they make differences because the overall race car only makes, it's about, look, let's call it 40 kilos at the front and 140 kilos at the rear of downforce at 200 kilometres an hour. So what Tim's done here is maybe only shifted a couple of kilos rearward, but we see the result there. There's two Camaros in the top three after that session. Maybe they've hit the nail on the head.